I'm Lexie and welcome to Deaf Child Discord 15. So today I want to talk about World Bicycle Day. And one of the things that I want to talk about is growth analysis in terms of how the history of World Bicyclist Day, when Alfred Hoffman recorded himself ingesting LSD and then went on a bike ride, he recorded and documented his experience. So that entire process is itself growth analysis. And then I also want to talk about the origin story of, World Bicycle Day beginning with this acid trip that Alfred recorded and has evolved from that origin event into a massive global holiday. Essentially, it's not a real holiday, but a recognized day for going to bike and to support the equal rights of bicyclists with other vehicles on the road. So I think with the growth analysis side, it's interesting to account for how with the first acid trip, what the scientist did was, he went on his bike ride and he recorded and documented his experience. And that's what a lot of people don't do with their marketing. It's like they're going on this bike ride on acid, but they don't bother recording it. And so then after the fact, we don't really know what happened. And we don't really know what choices they were making or what they were thinking about while they were doing the things they were doing it, because it wasn't documented. And so with that disconnect, what you lose is essentially knowing what is working and what isn't working for you. And so what analysis does is allow you to basically look at recorded events as they either occur presently or have occurred in the past in order to make better informed choices for what the future will look like. So everything about Alfred Hoffman's documentation of his experience with LSD has been used for further research and further exploration of ingesting LSD. And then looking at how this one event had this chain reaction of becoming a global and a viral, widespread, recognized event that is celebrated by others around the world is another marketing, I think, tool to think about how can you utilize community and common ground to bring people together. So there's a lot to think about. People think, oh, bicycle day, haha, acid, but when you think about it, when you think about the chemical reactions that are taking place and the analysis and the forethought that this dude went through to be able to record himself while he was tripping, that's kind of next level in my opinion. It's, I used to think of it as just like dopey kind of thing where it was just, I said dopey, D-O-P-E-Y. I don't know why it's a D-O-K-I. But this whole thing where I used to think, oh, it's just some random old ass dude tripping his dick off who's just fucking around and has nothing else to do, kind of, not taking these people seriously. But when you have taken acid yourself and processed that this dude was able to maintain a certain level of lucidness, which everybody does have, I feel, well, mostly kind of tripping, but the gravity he was able to have of understanding the difference between what was reality and what was tripping, it's very interesting to me just in hindsight as a case study. And I think that is interesting because it's very connected to marketing in terms of when you're so busy going through things, each campaign is similar to an acid trip, and you have a peak and you have a climax, and then you come out of it and you realize these things and you process. And so let that marinate. Consider how can you bring people together And what ways is analysis going to help you grow? Because, you know, analysis definitely, and acid, I feel like have definitely improved the way that we think, the way that we open our minds to things. And obviously there's danger there if you do too much of it and things like that to fry your brain, not good for you. But small dosages, like a little testing, experimentation here and there, um, and it's not for everybody. Like, I couldn't do acid for a long time now just because of where I am mentally. But I enjoyed the trips that I've had, and I think that they were useful for what they were. So I feel like marketing is very similar because marketing isn't for everybody. Not everybody should be doing marketing, just like not everybody should be taking acid. So, keep that in mind. Let it all marinate. And thank you for your time today.